Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. And today I want to show you a new technique for, well, it may be new to you. I think it's been around a little bit, but I don't see very many people using it. So I thought, hey, I want to play with it. So I've been playing with it and having a heck of a lot of fun. And I thought I would show you. All right. So this is the Mein Sparsgang durch die Fargenstein by Rita Berman. She has done a number of these books. I know I absolutely massacred the name. My apologies. Excuse my fingers. My apologies to anybody who speaks German. Sorry about that. All right. So here's what I want to show you. It's called Washi Tape, W-A-S-H-I tape. And what it is it's colored tape. It comes in various widths, but it's got these different patterns on it. And what it is you use this decorative tape. It's very thin, which is a hallmark of this tape. And you use it to decorate stuff. You can use it to decorate stationery. You can decorate cards with it. I mean, just a lot of fun stuff that you can use it for. So I got into looking into this stuff. Let me show you the widths that it comes in. Let's see. I want to make sure you can see this. So this little guy is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5/16 of an inch. Okay. Yeah, 5/16 of an inch. And here's some thicker tape. It would help if I would hold it on camera, wouldn't it? And this stuff is 1, 2, 3, 4/8, so about 1/2 inch. A little bit over 4/8. 4 1/2/8. All right, you can see that. All right, so you have all this tape, you got patterns on it. What the heck do you do with it for coloring? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me pull you in and show you. This rabbit here from this book was completely decorated with stuff like this. And what I did is, I'll show you the process, but I neutralized the decoration, the ink, and then I put this tape on it. So I literally just pulled my strips of tape, which I'm going to show you, and was able to decorate this whole piece with several patterns of the tape. Lots and lots of fun to do. It just came out beautifully. All right, another project that I did this on, and let me pull you out. Wrong way. This is from Gnomes in the Neighborhood, and it's got these big huge flowers on it. And I did this whole flower, all these petals, in washi tape. Fun to do. Absolutely fun to do. And I'm going to go ahead and color around it now. And it's just so versatile. I could have done this all in one pattern if I wanted, but I wanted to go ahead and do like a patchwork decoration. So that's what I did. All right. So, and actually this was with the thinner tape, so I had to use like two widths of this stuff to do these different ones. And then I got the wider tape, and then that's what I'm going to be using for these projects as I show you. All right, so let me show you a couple things here that I think would be really cool to do this on. Not that one. Let's see here. Give me a moment. All right. Okay. So one of the neat things you could use this tape on would be this dragonfly. Oh my gosh, guys, drop dead gorgeous. It would be on this wing, on the wings. I mean, you could do it on these other ones if you wanted to. You could do it on all of them if you wanted to. And if I have time in the video, I'll come back to this and do it. But I'm going to show you this on a really simple project. Let me get here. Give me a second here. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to do it on these birds, and specifically I'm going to do it on the small portion of his chest. Oh, excuse me, you know me, allergies. Now, the reason that I'm not going to do it on anything larger right now is I wanted to do this on a somewhat simple project to start this out, and then I'll show you on stuff that's a little more involved. So let me pull you in. And just bear with me. It's a straightforward project. Takes a little bit of prep work on the page, sometimes, depends. Because basically, because this tape is so thin and you can see through it, I can't put the tape directly on this because this stuff would show through. So here's what you need to do. Is you get yourself some of this Winsor and Newton ink. Now, I've tested out several inks and this stuff seems to be the best. What it is it's meant for covering up ink on coloring pages, you know, and other things, but I use it for covering up ink. And you know how sometimes when we're coloring in our books and there's like weird stuff and you want to get rid of it? That's what you use, is you use this. So I got a hold of that. I use it all the time in my books, just because of stuff that needs to be edited a little bit. All right, then you need this thing called nail teas. Now, I need to explain one thing. These particular ones have spiky ends on each end, and I bought them by mistake, but I can still use them. The ones that I like are these. It's got the pointed end on one, and then the makeup applicator on the other. So I just picked up the wrong box from Amazon, actually. No biggie. It'll still work for what I want to do. All right. So watch how I do this. I'm going to get one of my little I call them Q-tips, but they're nail tip thingies. And I'm just shaking my paint here. And I'm going to go ahead and get a little piece of paper and put that bottle on it, because I know me and I would spill it. So I'm going to open the ink, and I'm going to dip my little applicator in there, and then using the sharp tip, and I'll pull you in just a little bit more so you can see, is I want to go ahead and eliminate this ink. And honestly, guys, it doesn't take long at all. It really doesn't. And basically, I'm dabbing it on. I'm doing a combination of dabbing it on and sliding it on. really, really straightforward and simple to do. All we're doing is erasing this ink so it doesn't show up through the washi tape. Okay, now I'm going to turn this book, so just to let you know. And I'm going to turn this again, move my bottle. That was dumb to put it on a sticky note. Now I got to peel the sticky note. Ah, well, that's all right. But I love this Winsor stuff because, see, like I said, you can get rid of stuff. Oh, and what I failed to tell you is once the paint absorbs into, or the ink absorbs into your coloring book, you can color over it. Now, you may not be able to color over a huge spot like this. This truly is for just getting rid of, you know, a big area of ink. But if you have little things that you want to get rid of, you can. All right. Oops, lost the note. Excuse me. And if your tip is starting to get a little bit loose, which this is, then you can just go ahead and use the other end of your Q-tip or makeup swab or whatever you want to call these silly things. Okay. Now, the reason that you're seeing this pattern through is because, like I said, it is absorbing into the paper. So what you need to do here, I mean, this is probably enough coverage without me going over again, but look, I just dab it. Done. Boom. Okay, super. How long did that take me? Maybe 7 minutes at the most. All right, so I do need to leave that to dry. So bear with me. Maybe I'll sing you a song or something. Oh my. But it does dry very quickly. All right, let me pull this around. And I will pull out so you can see how cool that looks already. Yeah, that's getting there. I gotta let this dry. So bear with me for a minute. All right, and while that's drying, like I said, I want to show you, there's just so many other things. I mean, this page with the trees in it, could you imagine doing your tape? I mean, see where these dashed lines are? You could do tape instead, you know, and find an appropriate tape. This pine cone, you could fill that in with washi tape, but you'll see again how I do it, so you'll understand in a moment. There's just so many things you can do with this stuff. This mushroom at the top, you could do that. You could do these petals, that would look great. You could do this umbrella if you wanted to. I'm just trying to give you ideas while I'm waiting for this to dry. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. I mean, look at this mushroom. Oh, look at these kites. You could do the different kites. That would be really terrific. Even this mushroom here, you just blank out that ink with that white and you'd be in good shape. All right, so this stuff is basically, we're almost there. Yeah. All right. About another minute, we'll be good to go. So this is a cool little book. I don't know if any of you guys have this. Oh, look at that Santa. Just pretty. Oh, that would be complex to do, wouldn't it? Yeah. And actually, come to think of it, I think the back of this book is her winter stuff. And I don't know if she separated this out of her book and said, you know, samples from winter. I don't know, honestly. No. So, okay, so she went basically from fall then apparently into winter. And come to think of it, I think this book actually means 4 seasons. And so I think she's got the 4 seasons in here, if I recall correctly. So I'm not 100% sure, but all right, cool. I'm thinking we're in good shape with that. All right. So you need an X-Acto knife. Please be careful. Doo-doo-doo. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a little bit off, and I'm going to start in the middle because I want this basically to be straight up and down. And I'm going to pull you in. Now, do you guys notice, and I've got to move my light, do you guys notice how you're seeing this line? So this is why we had to remove these lines underneath with the paint. So then I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to, I'm just going to lightly trim my tape. There you go. Isn't that cool? And I'm just moving because I'm right-handed here and I just need to turn. All right, so now you can see where this pattern is showing through. We just need to cut that out and pull. There you go. Is that not cute? See how that's starting already? All right. And this stuff tears very easily. You could actually tear it without cutting it, but I don't recommend that because you don't want a rough edge. Okay, so there's my next piece of tape. Sorry, I was a little bit off camera there. pull this. Oh man, beautiful. All right, now, you see this little area right here that it didn't quite cover? I'm not even gonna try and cover that with a teeny tiny piece. So what you do is you take a blue pencil, let's see here. And if I can't match it right away, I'll do this later. It's almost a bluish gray. Oh, that might do it. All right, let me sharpen my pencil. Give me 2 seconds. If it doesn't cover it, I'll come back and do it after I'm done filming. I don't want to hold you guys up. All right, so I'm just going to take my blue pencil, and I don't think this is dark enough. But you get the idea. And just color that in. All right, I got to get a different blue. So again, I'm not going to tie you up. Oh, actually, I may have found it. Give me a second. Yeah. And if I don't get it on this try, then I'm going to move on. The point is, if you have little areas like that, then get a matching pencil color. And just fill it in. I do that all the time. It's no big deal. I did it on those petals when I showed you the petals. Okay. Yeah, it's not quite the blue that I need, but again, you get the idea. And you just go ahead and color in anything to fix it. Okay, so let me roll around here. I'm going to grab my next bit of tape. And I'm going to adjust that a little bit because I see a gap. I don't want that gap there. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this tape, you can easily remove it and replace it again, position it again, which obviously I'm doing. Okay, here we go, much better. And I even matched the pattern. All right. So again, I could tear that off, but I don't recommend it because it makes for a rough edge, and when you go to do your next segment someplace, you've got to straighten it out anyway. There you go, pull that up. And I'm going to roll you around. And you can see through the camera where that pattern is. So that's the edge I'm cutting on, guys. There you go. Look how cool that looks. And let me do this last little segment here. Excuse my fingers. Pull that up. Oh man, guys, look how cool that looks. All right, so let me rotate this. Let me put my knife away so I don't stab myself. Look at that. Is that not pretty? Isn't that cute? And honestly, you can't even see that one area where I missed. And again, I will get a better pencil for that. Now, what you can do also is, given that that is on my line for the bird, if you've inadvertently, let me show you here. If you have inadvertently covered over one of the black design, you know, or whatever lines, then you can go ahead and pop that back in. See, I accidentally covered over it. No problem. And then I'm going to rotate that. So yes, you can ink on washi. So that's done. And on the top, you can see a teeny tiny bit here. You can just color that little puppy in. See? And that even makes, oh, I'm so sorry. And that even makes this line on the right just about disappear. All right. I hope your mind is reeling with the possibilities. Look how cool that is, guys. And now you can color the rest of it or add washi somewhere else on this, or on the wings, or on her head, or, you know, on the door. Just too stinking cute. All right, so I'm only at 30 minutes here. So let me go ahead. Any questions, guys, get a hold of me. Okay? All right, and I got my, the washi tape, I got it on Amazon. All right, so let me go ahead and pop over to that dragonfly. And I really hope that you can see how quick this goes. Just pretty. All right, excuse my arm. Grab my little protective thingy because I'm a klutz. Pop the bubble there. All right. So we just need to look real carefully where we want to put that paint. And at this point, what I'm thinking, let me get this dipped in here. So I'm going to start right here. And I want to get into that little corner. Yeah, there we go. And again, I accidentally got over the line a little bit. No biggie deal. We can draw that back in as you remember. And I would suggest that you dab versus swiping, because when you swipe, it thins out your coverage. I mean, you can swipe a little bit to get you, you know, from one spot to the other. All right, and I'm gonna turn my little paint, well, better yet, I'm gonna get a fresh swab, because if I turn that tip around, I'm sticking it into my hand. All right. Yeah, and this is pretty well covering on the first go around. Now, mind you, some of your adult coloring books don't have areas this big. I mean, you know, you may be just touching up a drawing of a piece of furniture. That's why I wanted to start on the birds first. And again, because you're starting to, you know, you're starting to see the black lines through this a little bit, which is okay because the tape will cover this. But that's because this white stuff is absorbing into the page. which if you were going to color over a small area, that's what you want. But I do not feel that we need to do a second coat. It's covering this beautifully. Let me pull you out. I'm gonna get another tip here. I only have a little bit left to do, but I want to do it right. What did our parents always say? A job's not worth doing if you're not going to do it right. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to pause recording so this can dry. Be back shortly, guys. Thanks. All right, guys, I'm back. My paint is dry. It's looking really good. Now I'm going to zoom you in. And as you can see a little bit of the pattern. But that's okay because, as you saw before with the washi tape, that covers that up. So, ooh, I got it all over my fingernail too. It's all right. That covers it up, so we're in really good shape. Now, one thing I do need to do, let me zoom in just a little bit. You know, I want you guys to always see what I'm doing. Is I'm going to take one of my narrowest pens. You know I love my pens. You know I mark stuff up all the time. And I'm going to go ahead and reestablish that line because, as I showed you before, my white paint got a little bit over the edge. So I just need to take a second to fix that. Because I have to be able to see that line through the tape, right? And I'm coloring in this wing just a little bit. Okay. So let me show ya. So all I'm doing now is making sure that I can see my line through the tape. There we go. And I'm not worried about my scruffy line right now because I'm thinking of making this outline black, so we should be okay with that. All right. So let me select a little bit of tape. Let's see some colors. I thought a nice purple would look good. These are somewhat similar patterns. So at this point, the question is, do you want to make it look like a quilt? Or do you just want to go with, you know, one color? Hardest part of this job is going to be picking this out. That's pretty too. I actually think I'm going to go with that. All right. And here's a pretty leaf design, I think, that would look great with it too. But I'm partial right now to this gray. We'll see how that looks. Oh yeah, I can see the line through that. All right. Now, the one thing that you need to do is decide the angle of this stuff. Do you want to angle it like that? Actually, I think that would look kind of cool. I'm going to do that. Or do you want it straight across? All right, let me pull in so you can see. And again, you can see very, very clearly the line where I need to cut this. So I'm going to cut this straight, first of all. And you might ask about cutting your coloring pages. You'll get a feel for how hard you can press to cut this stuff out. Have I sliced pages all the way through? Yes. Luckily, the drawing was just on one side. Okay, so let's do this other. Make sure your X-Acto knife is sharp. You don't want a dull knife. I know that sounds basic, but you know, when you try and make something work, especially when you're doing this, not a good plan. Okay, so let's put the next piece on here. And you want that, whoops, not like that. Oh my. There you go. Oh, you guys love me anyway. All right. See how easily that cut? Hopefully I was on camera at the time. And by the way, once you start doing this, it really does not take long at all. Oh man, pretty. pretty, pretty, pretty. All right. Oh yay, it covered the whole width here. I'm not left with that little tiny string. Ooh-wee. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that straight apart, or straight across, and then I'm going to, let's see, okay, cut around the inside because I want that black line there. There we go. Cute, cute, cute. All right. I'm gonna pull out a little bit so you can see some more. And I really, really hope that this is intriguing you. Okay, so remember, cut straight across because you want that edge anyway for your next. And then we cut off the excess. And like I said, guys, the first time you do this, you're going to be fumble finger at it. Give it a chance. All right, I got to turn this. Hold on. Yeah, that works better for me. And again, you can see right through the camera how clearly you can see where you need to make your cuts. And your trim. Excuse my fingers. Oh man, this is cute. All right, and I'm gonna pre-cut a piece here with my scissors because I can't balance that roll and do this at the same time, so we'll just do it this way. There we go. Oops, got a little gap. Hold on, hold on. Like I said, you can peel it up and put it back down again. There we go. La, da, da, da. so this angles in. It's kind of funny, the black spot on the tape actually covered where I needed to look. That's all right. I can guesstimate it. La, da, da, da. Okay, whoops. I get you on camera. Let's see if I can, yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, guys, this is so cute. All right, let me zoom out. What do you think of that? Is that not stinking cute? Beautiful, beautiful. And the rest of this area around here can be done in black. It can be done in pink. I mean, oh my gosh, the choices are endless. But see, I was able to show you this now on 2 pieces. Isn't that cool? I gotta find my bird again. Where'd he go? You saw it both on the bird, which I did earlier. So look, right? And now you've seen it on my dragonfly. Isn't that cool? All right, guys, that's enough because we're at an hour, I think. So again, Washi Tape, W-A-S-H-I. If you have any questions, get a hold of me. And per normal, I will be finishing this on my Facebook group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. So I need you to look on comments below and click on the link and join in the group, and I will post this when I'm done, both of them, the bird and this piece. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you had fun and learned something and just really enjoyed it. This is ILene Vick for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and this is my segment on washi tape. I hope you learned something fun, something new, and had a really good time with it. Please, please, please subscribe. Oop, there's a little piece right there I need to cut off. Please subscribe, please like, and please tell your friends, won't you? That'll really, really help me if you like what I did. All right, guys, thanks so much. Joyous, joyous coloring, and thank you for spending time with me. Bye.